Who are you to not be amazing? Who are you to not go big? We're about to go big with creepiness in art. Art is subjective, perhaps creepiness is too, but this big five is sure to give you chills. Making this list, we're not including art that is explicitly trying to be creepy, so your basic skulls, dead bodies, zombies, and such will be excluded from the list. There's something even spookier about something that isn't supposed to be creepy, it just inherently is. Like the latest Pennywise character, in my opinion, wasn't as creepy as the Tim Curry version because he was made to look creepy. So turn off all the lights and gaze into each of these big five. Maybe one will haunt you. Kicking us off with the Genesis Award, in my opinion, the scariest painting I've ever seen. I don't even like to look at it. In fact, I'm not even going to look at it at all, even while making this video, and I'm going to only look with peripheral vision while editing this clip. I'm talking about the Salvator Mundi by Leonardo da Vinci. It's an oil painting on walnut wood, measuring about 19 by 26 inches. While it's attributed to Da Vinci, it's not 100% certain, but don't tell that to the current owner, who in 2017 paid over $450 million for it at Christie's auction, making it the most expensive painting ever sold. It's supposed to be Jesus. Let me tell you, that is no Jesus. Painted around 1500, this has a few elements that make it spooky. First, it's just the blackness from which the figure emerges. It's pure black. The figure has a sort of ethereal, haunting haziness to him. It's not like entirely stable, and you feel like it could move. Then there's the eyes. The eyes are not the same, and they have this hazed over, dead, sort of reptilian look about them. Ugh. Few on this list, and just art in general, that gives a feeling of being watched, gives that sort of creepo vibe. Of course, we say this as we all sit in front of our cameras 24/7. Ooh. But this is different. This is like the visual embodiment of Nietzsche's paraphrasing of, if you gaze into the abyss long enough, the abyss will gaze back into you. Next on our list for the Bigfoot Award is a painting titled Love Letters. There's a bit of ambiguity to this one, as it's actually two different paintings. There's the original here, and even with no backstory, its creep factor is up there. It gives off that sort of Shining vibe. Come and play with us forever and ever. This was painted by Charles Garland sometime in the late 19th century. It hung in the Driscoll Hotel in Austin, Texas, until it was replaced by a replica painting by Richard King, which still hangs on the 5th floor of the hotel today. Like the Salvator Mundi, part of the creepo factor here is the darkness behind the curtain, which is open. So we might assume this little girl emerged from that darkness. We could imagine her sort of letting out this little giggle, darting back into the darkness, luring a victim. When I was looking through at the replica though, I swear it blinked. The backstory and legend of the painting is that in 1887, Samantha Houston, the 4-year-old daughter of then Senator Temple Houston, was chasing a ball in the hotel and died falling down the flight of stairs. And supposedly her ghost haunts the painting of the hotel today. And we'll stay in the Victorian period for our next entry, taking the Hitchhiker's Award, Odin Radon's Eye Balloon from 1878. Okay, I know I said works that were intentionally creepy were out, but let's view this as more a surreal symbolism than something trying to be spooky. Because what really makes this charcoal drawing have a super creepo factor is this sepia toned paper. It adds a sort of haziness similar to the face in the Salvator Mundi. And again, part of what makes this one so creepy is the eye. The idea it could shift and stare straight at us. I particularly enjoy this one because it reminds me of the first editions of the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark book, and those drawings by Stephen Gammell. Thanks to Eddie Bravo via the Joe Rogan podcast, we're all hip to the bizarre serpent room in the Vatican, as well as the next piece of artwork on the list taking the Sirius Award, the Vatican throne piece. This 1977 polystyrene sculpture by Purcell Fazzini titled The Resurrection is said to be Jesus rising amidst nuclear devastation. But as Eddie pointed out, that's hell, bro. There's something incredibly sinister about this backdrop. The fact that it's huge makes it even more unsettling. 66 feet by 23 feet. I'm not saying if you multiply the 2 and the 3 you get 666 out of that figure, but you get 666. I'm not a Catholic, so maybe this is supposed to be uplifting. I don't know. But what I do know is rounding off this big 5 for the Sunday Deluxe Award is a painting that made waves in 2000 titled The Hands Resist Him. Painted in 1972 by Bill Stoneham, the 24 by 36 oil painting first belonged to Godfather actor John Marley, and after his death, it sat in a brewery for a decade or so until a couple took it with them. That's when their daughter began complaining the boy and the doll would come alive at night and fight. So the painting went on sale through eBay in 2000. A common theme among these paintings is that we're being watched, it's stared at, and there's a blackness behind the figure as an indicator that we can't be certain of their intentions. And this is one, it's just weird. It's a life-size, seemingly sentient doll in it to boot. And that's creepy. That's big. That's creepy art. But before you jump off, check out some of these new artists who are making extra creepy artwork around the webs now. And if you like this video and want to see more, check out my page, like this video, subscribe. I appreciate it a lot. We'll see you next time.